कि दोनों दुनिया का अपना जिन आंखों से उसने तुम्हारी मोहब्बत फरेब डाले थे। चले 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 तीर से चले रहे सारी जिंदगी। अल्लाह तो डिसअपियर हो जाएगा। मैं बात
मैं खुद में अपनी भाई कई महीनों से
डिसअपियर लोगों के लिए आधी बेवा कहना चाहिए। हाफ बेडोस
एक भूख से मिया सब उड़ गया धुआं। वो जो सांस की एक फांस थी वो निकल गई जो खराश थी।
I've never been more in my life.
वो खलिश गई।
आज अब झूठ बोले ना, दिल की दर्द सुनूं तो है, दिमाग की तो मैं नहीं, जान की जान तो मैं हूँ कि मैं नहीं।
हेलो हेलो माइक टेस्टिंग 1 2 3 हेलो आवाज आ रही है आप लोगों को? हेलो हेलो हेलो
The beginning of the end. Oh.
Good morning, India. Good morning, humanity. Enter Hamlet, Greek tragedy. Set, ready, go for the final kill. And it is intolerance all about. No one should be deprived of information we demand. Prime Minister as well as ex-Prime Minister have to do nothing with intolerance, humanity or nature. They want peace now just for the free market Manusmriti rule worldwide. Please get it or surrender to the predestined hell losing. एक तरफ मिलियन मार्च है और एक तरफ मोदी की रैली। मौत सी खामोशी वादी में कुछ दिन से, लेकिन डर और पहरा है। अब खौफ जदा हर चेहरा है। पीडीपी भाई खुश है और मसरूर है बीजेपी भाई। कर्फ्यू like restriction ahead of Prime Minister's Srinagar rally. Mobile internet suspended. Massive crackdown all over the valley to ensure Modi visit. Look around. It is all over Kashmir valley burning. Our senses deactivated to fail. I am least bothered about Bihar election outcome, and it would be intensive Mandal versus Kamandal civil war yet again to make in Mahabharata. Mandate to be mutilated, mandate made mutilated with money and muscle power, religious polarization or caste identities would rather kill humanity, nature and India and us. The Indian people waiting the tsunami to be over, the rape tsunami to destroy us, the patriarchal tsunami, the racist apartheid tsunami, and we choose silence, and it is intolerance all over. To be or not to be? That is the question. It is from the Shakespearean soliloquy in Hamlet. Enter Hamlet. Hamlet speaks in soliloquy. To be or not to be, that is the question. Whether it is nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles, and by opposition end them, to die, to sleep no more, and by a sleep to say we end the heartache and the thousands natural shocks that flashes air to. It is a consummation devoutly to be wished, to die, to sleep, perchance to dream. There is the rub, for in the sleep of death what dreams may come when we have suffered of this moral coil must give us pause. There is the respect that makes calamity of so long life, for who would bear the whips and the scorns of time, the oppressor's wrong, the proud man's continually the pangs of despised love, the law's delay, the insolence of office and the spurns, the patient merit of the unworthy takes, when he himself might his quietus make with a break but keen, who would fradels bear to grant and sweet under a weary life, but that the dread of something after death, the undiscovered country from whose bourne no traveler returns, puzzles the will and makes us rather bear those ills we have than fly to others that we know not of. Thus conscience does make cowards of us, and thus the native hue of regulation is shackled over the pale cast of thought, and enterprises of great faith and moment with this regard and their currents turn away and lose the name of action. Soft you now the fair Ophelia nymph, in thy orisons be all sins remembered. Well, it is Shakespeare, it is soliloquy of Hamlet, relevant, very relevant in these circumstances. We are defaulted to bear the burn, not to react against the wrong done against humanity and nature. Well, William Shakespeare wrote great tragedies, including Hamlet, on the line of great tragedy. Greek tragedy is a form of theatre from ancient Greece and Asia Minor. It reached its most significant form in Athens in the 5th century BC. Greek tragedy is an extension of the ancient rites carried out in honor of Dionysus, and it heavily influenced the theatre of ancient Rome and Renaissance, which we replicated in 19th century Bengal. Tragic plots were most often based upon myths from the oral traditions of archaic epics. In tragic theatre, however, these narratives were presented by actors. The most important authors of Greek tragedies are Aeschylus, Sophocles, and Euripides. Vishal Bharadwaj's third Shakespearean adaptation Hagar Urf Hamlet is a spectacular looking film. Its little detail of set and setting perfect. Cast: Shahid Kapoor, Tabu, Shraddha Kapoor, K.K. Menon, Narendra Jha, Irfan Khan, the versatile actor from National School of Drama, New Delhi. And he belonged to the group of Idris Malik, our boy from Nainital. Shahid has a couple of breakout moments. To be or not to be, it is Kashmir. Just see the film and you would have some idea how the nation is set ablaze. Thanks Vishal Bharadwaj, thanks Indian cinema to be human, intolerant. Shahid Kapoor, Hamlet, Ophelia, Shraddha Kapoor. Excellent performance to tell the truth on Kashmir, where hegemony deals the valleys and subhuman, irrespective of religious identity, Hindu and Muslim. It is killing humanity, and Hindus are also subject to repression, subjected to Armed Force Special Power Act. This fact is deleted, underplayed, mind you. My nation, Kashmir, is set on fire, as it happens to be the rest of Bharat death due to intolerance. I beg your pardon. RSS agenda of Manusmriti kills the nation, and it would be the final kill during the winter session, as they, the ex-Prime Minister as well as Prime Minister, intervenes suddenly as Bihar elections over under unplugged beef get the imported Arab Spring to push hard to enact and replicate the Greek tragedy at home. It is false reconciliation for the parliamentary consensus, mandatory for total privatization, total disinvestment, large-scale retrenchment, killing the right to working class and peasantry, total destruction of Indian economy and production system defined as reforms called inclusion and development and growth to accomplish the RSS agenda of a Manusmriti globe of racist, apartheid, patriarchal. It is a Greek tragedy all over. against the universal black untouchables, underclasses, and the proletariat, the working classes, the peasantry, the retailers, and all of them must die. It is predestined. Former Prime Minister Singh made a strong invention in the discourse against growing intolerance by asserting suppression of dissent and free speech posed grave danger to economic development, and there can be no free market. Mind you the language, mind you the concern. He is not speaking human. He is not speaking to sustain the nature, रहमते बरकते और नियामते कायनात की उनकी किसी को परवाह नहीं है. Capital is likely to be frightened away by conflict. It is the concern. There can be no free market without freedom. Singh, who is credited the ushering in economic reforms in 1991 as then finance minister, said in an indirect hint to Prime Minister Narendra Modi. On the other hand, Prime Minister Narendra Modi said the Indian economy was in much better shape than it had been when he took over thanks to his government policy changes, and that this improvement had come about despite a deteriorating global situation. Is it? Is it? He is not speaking either human or intolerance. PM as well as ex-PM have to do nothing with intolerance, humanity or nature. They want peace now just for the free market, Manusmriti rule. Please get it or surrender to the predestined hell losing. I repeat. Thus, the hatred to continue as we have discarded love and universal fraternity. We are not religious either. We, the citizens, robotic, faceless clones, have nothing to do with faith, religious ideology, sacred scripts, ethics, morality, and values. We are biometric clients, consumers, empowered with plastic money, but deprived of sovereignty, privacy, civic and human rights and citizenship. And I repeat, look around, it is all over Kashmir Valley, burning. Our senses deactivated to feel we are under surveillance, strict surveillance. We are subjected to mind control, and the ethnic cleansing has to continue. Thus, it is all the way intolerance justified more than enough. Thus, it is overwhelming campaign to correct ancient history of India embedded with inherent pluralism and diversity. I repeat, look around, it is all over Kashmir Valley, burning. Our senses deactivated to feel as we are subjected to strictest surveillance, mind control overwhelming. Thus, it is all the way intolerance justified more than enough. Thus, it is overwhelming campaign to correct ancient history of India embedded with inherent pluralism and diversity. Thus, sapronet is to run and take a right turn to history, science, knowledge, mediums and genres. I repeat, thus sapronet is to run and take a right turn to history, science, knowledge, mediums and genre. I am least bothered about election outcome, and it would be intensive Mandal versus Kamandal civil war yet again to make in Mahabharata. Mandate to be mutilated, mandate made manipulated with money and muscle power, religious polarization or caste identities would rather kill humanity, nature and India, us, the Indian people, waiting the tsunami to be over, the red tsunami to destroy us, and we choose silence. Meanwhile, as the media reports, Arun Jaitley declared draft legislation to give legal backing to Aadhaar ready. Mind you, currently, according to the Supreme Court's order last month, the government can use Aadhaar number for Manrega. Just see indianexpress.com. एक तरफ मिलियन मार्च है और एक तरफ मोदी की रैली, मौत सी खामोशी वादी में कुछ दिन से, लेकिन डर, कैदगाह और पहरा है, अब खौफ जदा हर चेहरा है। पीडीपी भाई खुश है और मसरूर है बीजेपी भाई। प्लीज read जनसत्ता op-ed special on intolerance debate. Please read Tathagat Bhattacharya on net neutrality on ET op-ed Poke Me. Please read Samkalin DrishtI Duniya, Samantar, The Citizen and Counter Currents. Please read Economic and Political Weekly to understand our aesthetics of social realism. Please help us to continue Hastakshep for worldwide public hearing, humanity and human speaking, and in defense of nature, whatever might come, we continue. Thanks YouTube, thanks Google, thanks Facebook. No one should be deprived of information. Well, it is the scenario. It is the introduction of the crisis. Today, Economic Times published this news: sapronet is to run and take a right turn to history. It is the agenda. It is the real agenda in reforms format. चोली दामन का साथ है। यह जो हिंदुत्व है, यह मुक्त बाजार का एजेंडा है। It is free market economy. Until the last round of voting in Bihar, they plugged the religious polarization vertically and unplugged the Arab Spring all on the name of sheep cow, the beef gate, and Indian people, the religious people, the nature associated people, the SC, ST, OBC, tribals, who have no other survival kit than the faith in Almighty, the faith in religious value. They have no survival kit and they were trapped in. Election over and it is flood. And now it is all over the talk of economic reforms, and it is a reconciliation again, and they seem to speak linguistics of intolerance, democracy, love, but it is all over hatred campaign again. It is the agenda of the global Manusmriti rule, the racist apartheid, exclusion, ethnic cleansing, depopulation. It is all over patriarchal globe, and it is the agenda. And the agenda is explained by ET today. A clutch of organizations are getting together to organize a mega run for own history campaign in Delhi to push for revision of ancient Indian history and correct distortions introduced by leftist historians in it. Run for own history is likely to be organized in the capital at year end or on the birth anniversary of Swami Vivekananda on January 12, convener Lalit Misra told Economic Times. The campaign comes amid a raging debate on growing intolerance in the country and protest by a lengthening parade of luminaries from various fields returning their awards and leveling allegations that the Narendra Modi-led NDA government has not done enough to bridge the communal chasm. It appears to be in keeping with the long-standing demand of the ruling BJP's ideological mentor Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh to Indianize Indian history. It is, I repeat, it appears to be in keeping with the long-standing demand of the ruling BJP's ideological mentor Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh to Indianize Indian history. The core agenda of the campaign is to review, debate and correct ancient Vedic history wherein some people are playing the role of blockers. Among with historians, scholars from many other fields shall join us, said Misra. The organization associated with the campaign include the key organizer, World Brahman Organization, mind you. The key organization associated with the campaign include the key organizer, World Brahman Federation, wider association for Vedic studies, and student organization as Bharat Nirman Sangh, while Indian American author and Hindu activist Rajiv Malhotra and Toronto-based Professor Azad Sikh Kaushik have also pledged their participation. Mangeram Sharma, chairperson of the World Brahman Federation, said the Delhi-based organization held a seminar in the capital 2 weeks ago where it decided to organize the Run for Own History campaign. There will be a mega event where we hope to initiate deliberations that will compel the government to effect course correction and rectify this mistake in our history writing, and distortions like Aryans came from outside India, said Sharma. He said the organizers also met some ministers in Modi government to discuss the plans for the campaign, which he said the federation was to turn into a global movement. We hope to gather over 10,000 scholars and students for the campaign and are already engaging with our association in universities in India and in countries like United States of America, Canada, Mauritius, etc., said Sharma. Meanwhile, the ICHR has proposed that the chairman be granted a suitable honorarium about rupee 1.5 lakh a month for his service, reported by Economic Times. And thus, the Prime Minister claims economy in great shape. PM says India doing better than when he took office 17 months ago. And now it is quite a stampede. States plan incentives to serenade startups, but experts argue that just doing out incentives may not be enough. Mad rush to lure companies. Andhra Pradesh and Rajasthan have unveiled their policy statement. Karnataka will release its policy over the next month or so. Tamil Nadu and West Bengal have started conversations reached out to the stakeholders or imports. Rajasthan wants to invest up to rupees 500 crore in next 5 years in at least 500 startups. West Bengal has roped in TB, Mohandas Pai for help in drafting its policy. And Rajan, the RBI governor, had been warning again and again, and Moody's also warned. Narayan Murthy warned. Mr. Arun Swari warned. All these gentlemen, as well as the Prime Minister and ex-Prime Minister, have nothing to do with humanity, love or nature, nothing to do with the plight, suffering, aspirations, expectations, dreams, day-to-day life, essential commodities, essential services, inflation, livelihood, employment, nothing. It is total privatization invoked. It is total FDI Raj invoked. It is total promoter, builder, mafia Raj invoked. And Rajan was as much as concerned for the future of free market in India. They had to restrict it, but they had to campaign to correct ancient Indian history led by the Brahman Samaj, and saffronities to run and take a right turn to history. And the mandate, our political behavior, our politics is religious politics. It is identity politics. You have no choice. You have to choose the Kamandal, the religious identity, or you have to choose the casteology, the caste identity. It is all over again Mandal versus Kamandal civil war. And it is the Tilism, it is the Tantra, Mantra, Yantra, the Chakravyuh, the Kurukshetra, the eternal inherent caste system, inherent inequality, inherent injustice, the racist apartheid of the patriarchal society, making bonded labor, our children, our youth, our students, making sex slaves, the Shudra, the Dasi women, reduced to sex toys despite of their empowerment. They were flight in the infinite sky. Their executive or semi-executive status, the woman is not safe in India, at home, in public places, in working places, in the air-conditioned executive block. It is casting couch all over. It is trap all over. And it is free market. And our leaders, our politicians want to sustain this caste class hegemony of Manusmriti rule. Rather, they want to extend this practice of inhuman racist apartheid worldwide. They want to capture the global order, and hence they are not bothered about the global trade, but the economy is reduced to Sensex and Nifty indices, and they are very volatile. The markets crash this day or other day. It is often Black Friday. You have no opportunity of damage control if you are a medium or a small investor and decide to compete the foreign investors, the great players of the game, profit taking, money spinning, guillotine, and the gluten kills the medium and small investors, even the India incorporation, Indian companies, Indian business, Indian industries to sustain the free flow of foreign capital, foreign economy, foreign interest, and India is reduced to be a periphery of global order, and the saffron agenda, the saffronities to run and take a right turn to history is intended to make the global order saffron outright a Manusmriti rule, and it is the Hindutva agenda all about, and the result we have said we are watching Nepal, which is the Himalayan buffer state between China and India. We have sent it landing into the lap of Nepal because we have activated an inhuman economic blockade against Nepal, rejecting the new constitution, the democratic and secular constitution passed, and bypassing the sovereignty of the free nation Nepal and its people just because it rejected to return defaulted Hindu regime, monarchy. It is the result. It is disastrous, and the geopolitics is under threat. The Holocaust continues. I have been dealing with the phenomenon of partition. The partition continues, and we have to stop it. Elections results would not help us, not any way, until we rise. It is to be or not to be once again. It is Hamlet dilemma, to oppose or not to oppose. Many of us, the luminaries in every sphere of life, belonging to each and every medium, belonging to every genre, every discipline, is speaking out. Moreover, Indian cinema is allowed, which has contributed to the unity and integrity of India. Mind you, Indian media escape updates from Kashmir, underplays the plight of humanity, the suffering, and overplay anti-Indian activities. The ISIS flags, pro-Pak flags, only few of them. But the majority people who are as much Indian as we are, who are Hindus as well as Muslims, we don't care a little bit about their suffering, their plight under Armed Force Special Power Act. But a director from Bollywood who is not in a genre of Satyajit Ray, Mrinal Sen or Ritik Ghatak or even Sattu. He is a commercial director and does not represent the parallel cinema as Shyam Benegal, Govind Nilhani, Gautam Ghosh and others represented, Kumar Sahani and Mani Kaul, the legends. He is not a legend. He is an excellent director who deals with Shakespearean tragedies. He made Othello and he also dared to make a film on Macbeth, and Heather is the third Shakespearean tragedy, Hamlet, and he chose Kashmir as the theme, as the background, and he exposed the truth, the suffering, the making in phenomenon of terror and terrorism, the repression, the conspiracies, the human relationship in disorder, family in disorder, society in disorder, the caste including Shahid Kapoor, Shraddha Kapoor, Tabu, K.K. Menon, and above all Irfan Khan played and performed as far as excellence. And Kashmir is burning. Irfan Khan plays the host who inspired Hamlet to rise against the rotten system of monarchy and dictatorship to clear the mess. The humanity was personified by Ophelia, the beautiful lady subjected to total disaster, total personality disorder, and her brother spoke class consciousness. Laertes spoke about the rotten system, against the rotten system, and it is the class consciousness against the ruling hegemony. It is most important play. Even Macbeth is more important just because of the hallucination, the guilt consciousness, the sleepwalking, and the moving Burnham Bun, the Burnham forest. It was mythical and it is mythical, and our society is all about myth. We live in accordance with mythical rituals. Vedic rituals are myths, and we are making our history mythical, which is the subject of tragedies. Myths always invoke tragedies, and we are incarnating the mythical Macbeth, and he does not suffer the guilt consciousness. His hands are also full of blood, and he cannot wash it with the water of 7 oceans. The ladies indulged in this saffron genocide. Their hands, their beautiful faces are covered with human blood, but they are not seen in sleep walking. They are free. Every one of them is free to speak hatred, to kill love, to kill humanity, to kill tolerance, and we are bonded. Our tongues have to be chopped off, our heads to be chopped off. The naked swords are reigning India these days. Kalburgi has to be killed, Davalkar has to be killed, Pansare has to be killed, Shah Rukh Khan has been branded Pakistani, Ghulam Ali is not allowed to perform in India anywhere. Our artists has to pledge their loyalty to the hegemony unless they would lose bread and butter. Awful. It is error. Look around, friends. Our senses are deactivated. We are under surveillance. We are robotic. We are biometric. We are cloned citizens empowered with plastic money and aspiring a paperless society, opted for knowledge economy, opted for service sector, killing the production system, opted for market economy, killing the producer, the nature associated communities, the minorities, opting for genocide, exclusion and ethnic cleansing. We have created this free market and we are the clients of it. We are the consumers, the ultimate consumers, and we are not religious at all. We don't care about the values, the ethics, the holy scripts, the ideals, and we live in myths. And mind you, myths always represent tragedies, as it had been in Greek tragedies. We are replicating Greece. Greece opted for total disinvestment, total privatization, and killed the social welfare schemes, killed the welfare state itself, and handed over the essential commodities, the basic needs, the essential services, the knowledge, medical care, housing, energy, electricity, water supply, transport, aviation, ports to private sector, and entire European community is inflicted with the crisis. It is economic crisis worldwide once again. It is the global trend, the destructive trend to kill the economies of developed and developing nations. It is the oil war, overwhelming. We are right into the war zone, and we intensify the war with mythical religion, which has no base in our folk, which has no base in our history. Thus, we make history itself mythical, manipulating the facts. But history might not be rewritten. History takes its own course. Hitler failed. Spartacus rose against the system. In Greek history, everyone knows Spartacus. Socrates was killed, and we cannot step ahead without quoting Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle in any discipline, any genre, in any medium. Einstein refused to become the president of Israel. He was invited. Tolstoy refused Nobel Prize. Sartre refused Nobel Prize. Hema Malini last day was telling that awards are manipulated. Thanks, Dream Girl. Thanks. It is the truth. Awards mean nothing. It is, as Kamal Hassan said, it is a tool for earning bread and butter. A better professional status, it is only. But we welcome the conscience of the nation, the conscience of humanity, the conscience worldwide, as we are in a status to be or not to be. Many of us have decided it has to be. Many of us still face the Hamlet dilemma, to be or not to be. We may only hope that they would recover and they would not afford to see Ophelia die. Ophelia in disorder, society in disorder, nation degenerated, and their conscience would drive them to join our campaign, Desh Jodo, Dunia Jodo. Thank you, India. Thank you, humanity.